through 13. We've shortened the level block for this year, both the semis and the finals, to make the matches a little more easy on the players because this is a marathon.
It really is. And as we start this marathon, I love both players' boards. So many opportunities for doubles. And they're both very early on going in and making short work of those doubles. You can see John's got an opportunity for he does not, no longer has an opportunity for lightning bolt, takes a different lightning bolt. They're playing so fast, it's hard to keep up with them when you're doing commentary. Uh, but yeah, both players just blazing right through the first bits of this first level. Ivar taking a slight advantage to begin, but certainly it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, we'd love to see the double blues that are coming through for Ibar coming for John Nash because for a hot second, all of his top line was pretty much blue. And so he's got to get some diversity. Looks like he is getting it there, though. And this is a really, really close game, as you'd expect. Ibar needs a ton of yellow. And so basically, it's just down to whether RNG cooperates with them because both of them are playing extremely clean right now.
They are. The one thing that I'm concerned about on John's board is that column 8, where you have one of his patented stop signs, or stop traffic lights, that's what he calls it, where it is all three colors going at once. Now, that can be a real slowdown point. It does look like he has got it down to where it's just yellows, though. Takes about as long to talk about it as it does to complete it, apparently. And John is out at a 142.
And meanwhile, Ivar has put himself into a little bit of trouble here. Notice this yellow in column 2 that's blocked by two colors of garbage. He took one out horizontally, but this is going to drop and clear it out vertically. He's out at a 155. And John's had a little time to lay a couple of pills down in a foundation. And the diversity of John's board, or lack thereof, rather, is going to help Ibar catch up in the beginning.
Yeah, John's really going to need a lot of red to start off this level, whereas Ivar has managed to maintain pretty good color diversity. He's a little lacking in blue at the moment, but it's in that second set, which you might call the second line, and it won't be too long before he opens some up. So yeah, this is definitely a slightly better board for Ivar, but John is finding ways to get right through it.
Mhm. And John really prioritizing the sides of his board here. You see that he's trying to keep some diversity, keep the red present and in play because it wouldn't have been if he hadn't have made some different moves. Beautiful L from John to clear out a ton of yellow there, and nice.
There's one from Ivar.
Wow, that was a beautiful combo into a cross. These guys are really bringing their A game.
Yeah, those combo plays are really they can make or break a board depending on kind of what RNG is doing for you. Sometimes they're not possible, but whenever they are, missing them can really cause problems in your end game. As we've got just under 10 viruses for both players, it's pretty much neck and neck. Their timers are pretty close as well. Looks like Ibar is running out of getting yellow, and John's using that to be out at just under 335.
Yeah, and his end game was so good. Not only was he getting the pills that he needed, but he just had a great setup, drop horizontal combo that was awesome. And so he's going to start running with this level 12. Notice the beautiful combos, twin combos in columns, I think 3 and 6. And bringing it down now, he does need some blue yellow, and he needs it quick to keep going and burning this down. And Ibar just out at a 402. He's giving a smile to the camera. He's feeling it.
Yeah, he was really hoping for a combo with those two yellows he had at the end of his level 11, but unfortunately, it just didn't come out for him. He did end up getting some doubles to make that work. A bit of a misplay, bit of a not quite optimal play on that blue red, but I think it won't be too long before he gets that going as well. On
And it's
John's side, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting because, as you said, Ook, maybe the first non-optimal play we've seen so far. These plays have been so clean. And notice Ook is really, or your Ook rather, John has really opened up this lead here, opening up a 14 virus lead on Ibar with some beautiful clean combos, a red blue virus combo and a red blue garbage combo. Really nice.
Yeah, if Ivar continues to get the right pills, he can really dig into that lead. But yeah, John is definitely playing the cleaner game right now, but it's not by a whole lot. As you said, this is a really close match. Two really good players playing a really good game.
Yeah, now John is starting to open it up just a little bit, just needs some blue and red, and he's going to be able to do that with avoiding some drop time. Now, he is not playing the blue yellows. I think he's trying to go for that red. Not sure what he was doing there. Maybe trying to avoid drop time until he had the red. Not sure, but now he's out at a 5:37. This is a really great pace uh, into level 13.
Yeah. John getting out with Ivar looking like he's going to have some trouble on that right hand side. You see, he's going ahead and just doing whatever it takes to get some clears out of there. Um, the last thing you want is to be wasting a whole lot of time on a whole lot of viruses on that right hand side, and he's down to just about nothing but blue and red, or blue and yellow, and now the blue is gone. So there's one red, and he's going to need a lot of yellow to get out of this level.
Yeah, and meanwhile, John, having a little issue at the beginning. There was a plan that he was trying to make with a horizontal blue and stacking some reds on top, and then it just didn't quite work out for him. And so it's taken him a little bit to get going. And layer after layer is a blue yellow story for John, but still making his way through. And this board is very double friendly.
As Ibar is out at a 638, he's what about 20 viruses behind right now. It's not completely insurmountable, but it does mean that he's going to have to come up with some really creative plays or get exceptionally good RNG in order to catch up. This it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen crazier leads be blown is not the right word, but we've seen players come back from higher deficits. But as I said, it's really going to take just the right combination. As you can see, he's coming up with some really good plans. Meanwhile, on John's side, he's just playing his own clean game. I thought he was going to put that red down on the right hand side. He does it there, gets a nice combo, and is keeping really clean top line, and that's not going to look good for Ibar.
Yeah, John was battling through a lot of blue yellow necessity there, and now it's really cleaned out. He just needs red yellow at this point. But things look pretty clean for him, as you said. He's going to be able to make setups that will enable him to maybe have both horizontal and vertical options open to him. And this board from iBar is super nice. Look at that beautiful horizontal to clear off all the garbage. I mean, this is a really favorable 13, but I don't think it's enough. Ook.
Yeah, this would have been the board to have if John were having some issues. Unfortunately, it's just not the case. Yeah, unfortunately for Ibar, for John, it's a great thing. But this quad quad red coming out there, it's just the sort of thing you want. As John is out at an 819, it's a really good pace for him.
Yeah, and since the inception of this level block in January, we've seen that times sub 9 are great. Times obviously sub 8 are awesome, but John has just set one of the best times ever. So he is currently in 16th place for hottest times for this level block, as it is
Is a
very
T
new
clear to go
still.
out? Yes, 847 for Ibar.
Oh, that's so nice getting the swag at the end.
Absolutely.
Our
It,
matches
it,
are going to be best of 5, so Ivar's got plenty of time to bring this back. Sorry, you were saying something, Luke.
I was just saying, I hated to interrupt you, but I know you'd want to see that particular sweet tea coming up since that is one of your signature emotes.
Yes, it is. All right, we have a ready from Ibar. We're going to have John readying up. He's got to reset that timer, and he will be ready. Let's go, he says.
All right, and we've got our 3, 2, 1, and pills in the chat as our players
Ibar,
go.
brought to you by Mountain Dew.
So this
Great
will be a
product
best.
placement.
It will indeed. This will be a best of 5. as opposed to the matches that were played yesterday and on Friday. So this is far from over for either player, and that's really gonna. This is the case where you just want to let go of what happened in the last game and focus only on this one that's right in front of you, regardless of which player you're talking about.
John's opened up a very small lead, but most of it was just due to the fact that Ibar had some, garbage hanging out, which he had some great creative clears to get it to be not garbage with some horizontals. And I'm liking the board a little bit better because everything's still just a little bit closer. You notice that John's got everything really tight on the left hand side, which doesn't leave him a lot of opportunities for going back and forth and prioritizing different areas.
Unfortunately for Ibar, he is looking down the barrel of needing a lot of not blue. Um, in fact, now not even yellow. It looks like he is going to get this horizontal that's going to open up some space for him, but just as soon as he does, he no, is now completely out of places to put blues. On John's side, he is getting a good setup. I'm thinking he's going to have himself a red there, and that's going to give him an opportunity to clear out these yellows horizontally, and he'll be very soon ready to be out of this first level.
Yes, he
Which
just needs this one yellow. He's out at a 148.
Ivar not too far behind for all the trouble the level has given him.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what this setup is that he has over this last blue because he is trying to go for a horizontal here with the blues. And now his red is open. So maybe he was trying to open up both options as John headed into level 11, already digging into it, but needs a lot of yellow. Hopefully, it's starting to come for him. But he's going to have to use every bit of it and prioritize yellow for yellow clears.
Yes, he is indeed. Ivar giving us a little bit of an eye roll before he comes out at a 218. He ended up with just a touch of drop time. It's one of those things where you make an extra flip and you're not really. It doesn't occur to you, oh goodness, that's going to cause just a little bit of extra drop time. It's not much, but it's annoying when you're playing at the level these guys are playing at.
Definitely. It is one of those things that on the higher levels and at the finals, you just don't want to see. Beautiful fat log from John. Clears the last blue off the board though. So now blue is just going to be used for all kinds of other things, platforms, strategic garbage. He needs a lot of yellow right now with an
These are
18
definitely
virus lead though.
these are definitely tournament levels. I'll say that much. Dr. Mario seems to know when you're playing in a tournament. Uh, yeah, John looking at down the barrel of a lot of yellow. Ibar is looking at a lot of red and yellow himself. Neither player's got a lot of space to put blues. And of course, every other pill looks like it's got a blue on it.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a little rough going for Ivar. Now there are some great double opportunities at the bottom of the board, but he's just got to get there. And in order to do that, blue has to stop showing up. Meanwhile, John just needs this last yellow. He's out at a 350. Let's go, John. I think he seems stressed, but he's in a good position so far.
Let's see. Yep, he is going to go for this horizontal to start off. He was hesitating just a little bit there, but definitely decided that was the thing for him to do. And Ivar is needing red, not just because everything. Oh, this double is going to be perfect for him. Decides not to use it on the bottom line, then he uses the next one on it. I'm gonna say all of his clears are kind of dependent on getting some reds, and now he is out at a 427.
Nice. He is into level 12 with about a 17 virus deficit. But it's really nice that the top of the bottle is always filled with lots of good clears. But he is going to run out. Ibar is going to run out of blues really quickly. And oh, that misdrop in column 5 is going to make it really slow going to get everything away. And, even though John is working his way through a lot of blue at the moment, Ook, it's going to give him more time to build up a lead.
That was the thing that I was a little concerned about for John was just how much blue it was. Now Ivar's got horizontal options on both sides of that red that's hanging out. I'm hoping there he goes. I'm gonna say I'm
Whew.
hoping he's going to use this double red to clear that down. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an easy way to get. Oh, well, I've been proven wrong. He does have an easy way to get rid of some of that garbage, um, and that's why I'm sitting over here and why he's playing the game.
Yeah, and he has narrowed this lead down. At one point it was an 18 virus lead. It's now about 11, and definitely with one more level to go. As you said before, we've seen leads disappear. We've had some heartbreaking leads swapped and taken away at the last moment. And so we'll see if that happens here. Nice combo from Ibar in column 7 and 8. This is nice clean play, taking a little bit of drop time now, but no garbage whatsoever.
That's been the real. Oh, that misplay right there is that's going to be a bit of a
Oh,
pain. I was going to say he's managing to get just the right pills and put everything where it needs to go, and is in fact going to clear out that garbage pretty quickly. But that little bit that might end up being, the straw that broke the camel's back in this case because of how close these two players are playing. John out at a 628.
yeah, you see him talking to himself. I don't know if that's a pump up. I don't know if he's feeling nervous or angry about what he's seeing, but he is in a good spot. Now, of course, the top of this bottle, he needs a lot of red. But I don't think he knows what's going on with Ibar's bottle right now, needing a lot of blue. But John's end games have been really nice and clean with a lot of options. At the end, he had a good horizontal there, so we'll see how he does at the top of this bottle.
Unfortunately, he was looking at a double red dependency, and it comes after he's dropped everything else. But John, yeah, is getting the parts that he needs. With Ibar out at a 708, that's still, it's still doable, and we're looking at still less than 20 virus differences between these players. This is definitely something within Ibar's reach.
But he's got to put down that Mountain Dew. Ook, get the L. That's right. You can't be that thirsty, Ibar. You gotta eyes on the prize.
Wow, that's like anti-product placement. So, complaints department of Mountain Dew, you can contact Savage underscore Octagon. Uh, Meanwhile, to the play on the board, John has just been playing a very clean, lights out sort of game. He's trying to avoid having this no blue dependency going on. Ivar has also been playing really well, but again, it might just be a case of too little, too late when it comes to being able to win this one. Uh, you know,
Mm.
John's not giving him a chance. He's keeping his foot on the gas, and that's what you want to do. It's what you want to see with when a player's got the lead. But and it's rough for the player who's chasing.
Yeah, no, I think John is getting a little fancy here. You saw him maybe setting up for this blue horizontal, and it wasn't strictly necessary, but he's going for it. Now just needs this one yellow and a couple of reds, and he'll be done. A little bit slower pace than last time, but still really good. And just keeping it going with nice, clean play. All right.
And no reds.
Come on, doctor.
And that
All right.
Ukraine Blitz. There's the other red. Out at an 854.
With a nice L with virus and some garbage. Um, so we actually, I believe, Ook, that we have seen John top out at one time in bracket play in a situation that was similar to the one we just saw him in, where he needed something like one pill left. I don't know if that's true. I seem to think I remember that, but
Your memory's better than mine in that one. But yeah, it's certainly a thing
oh,
that
that was
happens.
Swang. Whoops.
Oh, okay. Oh, your memory's not better than mine then. Um,
Yes,
all I
but
remember is my top out.
if it happens to you, your memory is perfect about it. That is just how this game is. As Ibar is topping out here. All right, Ibar. That's right. Calm, collected, do the do.
Absolutely. This is now a must-win game. It's it's best of five, and so Ivar's going to need a reverse sweep here, but he can't be thinking about that. He's got to be thinking it's time to just win this next one. And John can't be thinking about that either. He's got to think I've got to win the next one because this is a game of focus. It really is, and these are two really good focus players. One of them is ready. We're waiting on a ready from John.
I think we need to know what John's rocking out to, Ook. Everyone's got their power song. I think there's something playing in John's head. I really want to know what it is.
It
We've
very well may be. I gotta let him know that's my thing and he can't take it. But maybe he should because it's not doing me any good. Rocking off, rocking to off in Dr. Mario, he says.
team off as we get our countdown. Three, two, one, pills.
And there's our players getting a start. John
Mm,
almost getting a pill he can't use at the very beginning. Ivar, though, getting just. He's got a great top line.
yeah, this is really nice.
That is
Um,
a gorgeous top line. So much you can do.
exactly. And so John's kind of already spired. You see that board starting to split, whereas Ivar's just got nice chonky board. Just everything's going to be so full. Now, that last move that he had with the sort of under clearing in the sort of left center of the board, I don't know. That's going to force some drop time there, but I think he seems to have a plan for this. He's going to drop it all down. As John has a nice combo in the center of his board, but just needs a lot of red yellow to really get this going. You see little bits of garbage stacking up, and it's just not the case for Ibar. Ook, this board is to die for, except for that misflip.
Oh, well, luckily the doctor. Luckily, it was a misflip of off colors, so the doctor has a tendency to give you chunky chunks of those things, and did in fact give him three more yellow blues immediately. So it didn't cause him that much trouble. But yeah, I mean, what can you say? That was the first real misflip he's had in a minute. So that's yeah.
One thing I was looking at about Ibar's board is how beautiful it was, but yet how he's still behind. And you know what? This commentary team managed to completely miss the fact that Ivar was on level 13 to start this. We were so pumped, and he's out of 13 at a 232. Now, if he looks, he's got to see that he's on level 14 now. Ook is currently going into his chat trying to tell him what's up. We have had this before. Where I believe it was Swang. I think he got it right this time. Started on the wrong level and cycled back, made sure he got all the levels. Now, we don't think it's quite fair to John to have to restart, and the motto is always play, play, play. Even if there's an issue, keep playing. And so we'll just see how this goes. So as we continue, John, with 25 viruses left to go in level 11, not a super lovely board, but cleaning stuff out. I think I would have used that double yellow on all that garbage there, but again, it's an off color, as you said, so not too big of a deal. He just needs a ton of blue. Whereas Ibar's got a nice situation, a little bit of use for everything. This another blue red is going to drop down this horizontal, and it's going to be great. Again, still doesn't see that he's battling through a lot more viruses than he should be. But, I usually ask for the tournament to bring the drama, as Ivar has a nice horizontal into vertical combo. But this is the kind of drama you don't always want to see.
Yes, indeed, Savage. And I gotta say, I understand where he's coming from. I try not to look at my chat or listen to the commentary or pay attention to anything other than the game when I'm playing. Unfortunately, it appears Ibar is doing just that. So we'll have we'll have this straightened out fairly shortly here, and we'll do it in such a way as to keep the integrity of the game going. So yeah, it's you hate to see it because he's playing really well.
He is playing really well, and the one thing that's gonna be interesting is he may look over at the end to see that his time is really slow, and you may also see John looking over and saying, "Well, maybe Ibar's ahead of me," but actually it seems like he has stopped.
Yep.
Uh, yep, he is seeing what's going on, and he's gonna say, "Let's redo." Awesome. Now, Ibar is seen I believe Ibar is looking at the screen out of the corner of his eye saying, "What is happening?" Yeah, he realizes what's going on.
All right, so gotta assume we're gonna have just a mulligan on that. Both players, if you can hear us, you were doing really well.
Yeah, Ivar, your level 13 was just as good as John's 10. Let me just put that out there. Um, yeah, and we just totally missed it as the commentary team because we're so ready to go. Good for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is live play right here. It's why we play the games. This is happening in real time, folks. So that's we're gonna make some mistakes, but man, oh man, it's a lot of fun to watch these games, and this is what happens sometimes. I keep
Match of
welcoming
the
Ibar to
year.
the I keep welcoming Ibar to the wrong level club. It's something we've all done at least once, I think.
Whew. All right, so Ivar is ready. And I mean, this is just going to bring a little lightness to the proceedings, as we have our countdown. Normally, your heart's beating so fast at this point, and now, just having some laughs feels good. So let's
Indeed.
let's get going. Now, the top of Ibar's board was not as favorable as his last level, but he's making it work. But isn't it nice to have fewer pills than you expected?
I would assume so. I don't know which is worse, having fewer or having more pills or having or more viruses or having viruses you don't need. Anyway, Ibar is going to pull off this dirty log, if you will, because half of it was garbage. But man, that was a good heads up play for him. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
John is facing down a big yellow barrel.
yeah. I mean, both of them really. And unfortunately, I think Ivar has gotten himself into a sticky situation up there at the top. Look at that horizontal of reds. He'll have to build up a really tall platform and make some garbage. So even though John is behind in virus count, I think his board health is much better as he has a nice combo. No garbage there for John, although blue is not going to be the optimal pill to get.
We're finally getting that red yellow to set this whole combo off.
Woo! All
Uh,
right.
yeah, it's a good combo. Unfortunately, it's not optimal for speed. It would have been wonderful in a versus match where we know Ibar has shown in the past, but yeah, in the speed it can kind of hamstring you a little bit. But he's not going to let that get to him. He's going to find ways to make this double work, this horizontal work, and he's going to be trucking right along in this level 10.
Yeah, and he has taken the lead over John. John's struggling, finally getting this horizontal red off the board, but notice all this yellow that he needs. It's really causing some trouble here. And so Ibar just needs one more blue to be out with a very swaggy L. So he's out at a 157. You mentioned that his combos would be very good for versus play, Ook, and he is a good versus player as Ibar. In our first in-person tournament in a long time, he took the second spot behind Packy, who he may face later, as John, ooh, struggling through the end of this out of the 219, just needing that last yellow.
Yeah, this is the point where if you're John, you just look at the boards and go, okay, fine. You know, you don't want me to win. I get it, but you're going to have to do this three more times in order for me to not win this match. So again, level by level, you just have to take this one, one level at a time. He's not happy with that level 10.
Yeah, and he's not happy about that blue yellow floating at the top of that board. That is a hot mess waiting to happen. I was a little worried that he was going to top out after all that joking about it. But he's probably going to be building. Yeah, he was just dropping that down. I don't know if he's going to build the horizontals. Meanwhile, Ivar taking this opportunity to really run with it. Now his board is not ideal because it's a left and right situation, a tale of two boards for our librarian, and a lot of it red. But he's making good work of it, and he can take his time and be nice and clean.
Decides to go ahead and pull the trigger on that red yellow, even though it's going to make it harder to get rid of the garbage, which he is just about to probably take out. Uh, yep, there he goes. Gets a bracket clear to clear the garbage out, and now it's a lot of red and one little blue pill is all he needs. Kind of questionable about taking that, putting that red where he did, though.
Yeah, if he drops this red down, he's going to have a that horizontal combo open up the possibility for the horizontal reds in row two, but maybe not necessarily worth it. Also, I think I would have prioritized any red pill halves differently to go towards that red combo, but he's doctor's being kind. He's out at a 420, sorry, 402.
Or O2, yes. Uh, Completely different connotations. So as he gets started with his level 11, John is just fighting every little bit to get out. Thankfully, the doctor has now stopped giving him red blues. I'm gonna say he's been giving him a lot of red blues, but he's down to this one floating blue pill, and oh, the doctor's been kind to him. Out of the 437.
Meanwhile, Ivar is really running with this nice combo in 7 and 8, but takes out a ton of reds. He had a beautiful fat log right at the beginning of this level, and he's just showing that he is shaking this off. And actually, maybe the the level being wrong could be the best thing that happened to Ivar because you think, well, I've made the biggest mistake I can make. So what is anything else? As John is starting this level 12, and I am not liking it. Look at all this yellow. What a pain in the butt.
It started off looking really nice. He had a lot of opportunities. Um, but unfortunately, what ended up happening is the doctor didn't give him yellow. And he's sitting with spires, he's sitting with sort of all sorts of problems. And Ibar, it's everything is reversed from the way it was before. Ibar's now the one getting these levels that, you really want to see. He's trying to set up a fat log here. And it's John who is kind of hoping that maybe things don't work out for him as well. Uh, but it is everything is just kind of coming out just perfectly. If he places this blue there it is. He's going to get the horizontal and drop this red down, and now he's going to be sitting pretty right at the end of this, just needing one more yellow. It was excellent end game work.
That's beautiful. And I mean, like, take a look at John's board right now. Everything looks good. He's got some access to doubles at the bottom and is going to make things drop easily at the top. But, he really had to struggle through that. I think he might have closed the gap a tiny bit, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, also all these viruses are kind of or really packed in. There wasn't a whole lot he could do to clear it out, but he does get out at a 636. So good viruses or good pills for that. And now he is the one looking down a 20 virus deficit at the start of 13.
Right, and we weren't really used to seeing from between these two players. We haven't really seen a deficit that big. And I mean, Ibar's playing really nice and cleanly. But these horizontal blues at the top, I think the deal might just be taking them out vertically one at a time. Oh, we have a giant raid in our chat. Jaywong, thank you for bringing 208 viewers to our tournament.
Welcome in. That's probably more people than we've seen in this channel, certainly in the time that I've been here. So welcome in, everybody. We are in the middle of our first semifinal of the April Dr. Mario Championship. Our players are playing levels 10 through 13 in a best of five, with JohnNash4th currently leading Ibar 2 games to none.
Yeah, and at the moment, it really Ibar is probably going to take this one. I mean, John's board is filled with blue red at the moment. He's going to have to clear. He's just got two yellows left at the bottom of this board, and so I don't think it's going to happen, especially not with these setups. So Ibar's ready for a horizontal. Just needs this one more, and he's out at an 807. He's
Wow.
doing the do, and he's shaking this off. Now, John promised me vengeance, so we got to see it.
Yeah, as I said before they started this third game, this is still reverse sweep situation for Ibar. He's going to need a full reverse sweep of 3 games in order to finish this out. That is a tall order against any player, much less somebody with the strength of John Nash. So, uh, yeah, that was a it was a really rough level block for John, but it's still a very tall order for Ivar to be able to pull this off. Not saying he can't, just saying it's going to be real interesting to watch him.
Yeah, and John looked a little bit to be spinning his wheels in that end game, playing around with those blues on the right-hand side, kind of doing like a juggling dance. I think two more blues and he's going to be out clearing them horizontally. And that double blue, excellent to be out at a 909. Now he's obviously not happy with that, but given the interesting circumstances of this match, t- losing one is not the end of the world, and he can shake that off.
Absolutely, shaking it off is going to be right up John's alley. He's gonna reset. He's gonna rethink everything, and then bing bang boom. It's going to start off the next game, and the only thing in front of his face is going to be 4 levels. So we do have it ready from both of our players. Ivar confirming he is on level 10.
And we have our countdown: three, two, one, pills. Okay, so John leads 2-1. They're both getting started here on this board. Both have seem to have pretty favorable boards. A lot you can do with them. I think Ibar is going to have some good horizontal potential coming up in just a second. And John needs a bunch of red blues to keep this moving, but a nice combo in column 7 to bring that down.
The only concern we've got about John's board right now is the lack of yellow on his top line, whereas Ibar's board is continuing to stay very diverse. However, both players, they've got boards they can handle. There's nothing just ridiculous going on. I'm a little concerned about John's Spire over on the right hand side, but I'm sure as soon as he gets a blue, oh, okay, I was going to say as soon as he gets a blue red, but he decides to go ahead and make a play for it right now.
Meanwhile, on Ivar's side, I was looking at the right-hand side of his board, and he looked like he was making like 2 or 3 dueling plans, which is never a great idea. Oh, am I going horizontally on this red? What am I trying to do? And eventually, he brings it down in a spectacular sideways T, a sweet sideways T, and clearing some garbage to boot. So, really nice work from Ivar. And you see, he's brought it back. There was a tiny lead from John Nash, but again, it's even, just as we expected it to be from these players. Oh, I really would have liked Ibar to use that double yellow for the a big clear in the center, but he's using it anyway and leaving room for that yellow horizontal, which I didn't even see.
He had just one little bit of a not quite a full misplay, but um, he set a double yellow out sideways that really don't think he wanted to do that with, and in fact, just had a drop that he didn't expect to see either. With John out at a 147, Ibar is just trying to finish this last little bit out, and does actually get out at a 159 with a really nice combo.
Yeah, that was a really great combo. John is has about a 5 virus lead on Ibar right now and has had the opportunity to lay down a little bit more. Needs a lot of yellow, but the doctor has been kind so far. I think, yeah, he's wrinkling his face. He didn't quite see that that garbage clear was coming because he actually wanted those yellows to fall down. But he's safe, and Ibar is at the same distance that he was away from John just a second ago. A little spired in the middle, is taking that down into a nice combo, and his board's looking really good, really tight, lots of double opportunities.
Doctor bailing John out there, he was in a situation where a double yellow was the only thing that was going to help him out, and that was exactly what he got, which is a rarity in this game. The doubles don't show up as often as the split pills, and that has caused so many headaches for so many NES players. Um, but thankfully, he did manage to get the luck out of that, and
Right,
is
and
maintaining just a little bit of a lead over Ibar.
yeah, but Ibar has had some really great pills come through in the last couple and was just chopping down vertical after vertical. And so this is looking really good for him. Again, they're neck and neck. And he's got a little more color to work with than John does. John just really needs the red and the blue. Um, and now
Now
just
just the
needs
blue.
blue. And John, or Ook, you did mention that RNG. The RNG in NES Dr. Mario is notoriously broken. If you started on Dr. Mario 64, this is a whole different beast and a cruel one at that. So,
Ibar, unfortunately, oh no. Well, I hope he gets another
oh,
red soon.
there he goes.
Yeah, timing on the levels is very difficult as both players are out practically simultaneously. 403, 404 for both of them. This is tighter than the races have been so far, and this is really getting exciting. I know you can hear it
Yeah.
in both of our voices.
Well, I think you'll be able to hear it in mine pretty soon. I get pretty jazzed about this. Now, both players have had excellent boards so far. Ibar taking some things out horizontally. Now he just needs a lot of red blue on the top of the board. So John's in a slightly better position, especially getting the red yellow that he needs. Whereas Ivar's struggling through a little bit of blue garbage because he wasn't able to place it where he needed.
John is in a better spot for the moment, but he is in a limited blue situation temporarily, uh, especially now. It's not that he doesn't have anywhere to place blue. It's just it's very limited, and it's about to go extinct, and that could really cause him some problems. Um, but it hasn't yet, and maybe the commentator shouldn't try to curse him with that.
Look at John's board is driving me crazy, or rather, the pills that he's getting are driving me crazy because this is just perfect. He's getting everything he needs. Look at this horizontal, no garbage here. And I think maybe he's got an opportunity to take out. No, he's going to take out the blues on row one vertically instead of, well, never mind. He's going for that last blue horizontally with a nice fat log. And he exits level 12 at 542 with a sizable lead over Ibar.
That's I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, but it the level did not look like it was going to be one that was able to just be blazed right through like that. But John has found a way, and now he is just one level away from possibly being in our finals.
Wow, that would be really exciting for him. Not only would it be his first trip to the finals, but I would be avenged. That would be so exciting.
And we all have our priorities straight here.
Yes, we
So
do.
poor Ibar is facing down
Uh,
this barrel of just two blues right next to each other, and this is going to be all about deciding. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and hope that they're okay. Yeah, everything just worked out for him right at the end, but that is a very dangerous situation to be in. Uh,
yeah, and
and
he's currently at a 13 virus deficit to John, who has been working really patiently through a blue yellow bottle. Red has been there's been limited use for it this whole level. And notice just like on the left hand side, this just massive barge of blue that you're seeing everywhere. So he's going to have to use every single blue pill half exclusively for blue clears. If he doesn't, it's a serious misprioritization.
Ivor was having very similar concern with his reds, but has managed to get most of that worked out. You see, he's finding interesting ways to play with his yellows. Uh, not sure what he was doing with that one. He certainly wasn't sure either. And yeah, he's made a little bit of a mess. He's gonna find a way to clean all this up. But it's he has managed to pick up, and he's down to about 10 viruses behind John Nash. But misdrop there might spell the end for him.
Hmm. And you can see John's in a situation that he doesn't like to be in normally, which is just that he's got stuff high up on the sides. Normally, he really likes to clear things, but he has the opportunity to underclear these yellows and reds. And I think he's really just going to be able to take stuff out a little bit slowly, a little bit more old fashioned style, because Ibar is struggling with this yellow and blue garbage.
Yes, indeed. Ivar would really, really like to. Oh, I was going to say would really like to be able to get some of this back, but in reality,
Ooh.
he is very close. But John does finish out at an 826, and Ivar got himself stuck there, but he will be out very shortly after.
So, that means Ook, are you ready to commentate some finals with me in a little bit?
I think I am going to be ready to commentate finals with you in a little bit because John was one of our other commentators. So both
Well,
players, though, doing so
wow,
well.
that was a great game. I really hope to see these 2 play more in the future, and Ibar has proven from silver to gold, he's a winner all the way. So, GG's to both players.